सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातम् अहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरं हरिः ओं तत्सत् ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचार निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण. Mataji, Narayani Kripa Mataji, should I share or is anybody sharing?
Rohi Mataji, will you share? She's sharing, Mataji.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Hare Krishna. So the chapter titled King Prithu's Appearance and Coronation. Congratulations to all of us. We're in Canto 4, Chapter 15, successfully. Thanks to all of you who have been so enthusiastic and been participating so nicely every day, Monday to Friday. That we are in the 4th Canto 15th chapter. And of course, thanks to all the organizers for organizing this aspect of Shrimad Bhagavatam. So we saw how King Vena was anything but a king, and then the Brahmanas had to kill him, and then now we'll see what happens next. Now, though it is 6 shlokas, all the purports are small, and then the purports are small, so we will have more hands so that we can read the purports also. So that, in one of the lectures, I think His Grace Amarendra Prabhu was sharing that some Chopati devotees went to Srirangam, and there they were praying to the Lord, and then the head pujari comes to the person who was leading the yatra. He comes and he tells him, he reveals that Sri Ranganatha had come to his in his dream, and he said that through your Acharya Srila Prabhupada, Ranganatha said that I have written the purports of the Srimad Bhagavatam. And Srila Prabhupada himself several times said, when devotees asked him, why are you reading your own purports? Prabhupada said, I never wrote it. Krishna wrote it, I was just an instrument. So actually the purports and translation does all the job. And we are just trying to, at least I'm trying to act as though I'm trying to do something here. So let's start with text 1. Yeah, Naimisha Mataji will read the shloka, Anusuya Mataji will read the translation, Shanti Mataji will read the purport. Oh, there's no purport, sorry. Yeah, Shanti Mataji will read the next shloka. Go ahead, Naimisha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Maitreya Uvacha Vatatasya Punarvipre Aputrasya Mahipatehe Bahubhyam Madhyam Anabhyam Mithunam Samapadyata. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, pranams. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The great sage Maitreya continued, My dear Vidura, thus the Brahmanas and the great sages again churned the 2 arms of King Vena's dead body. As a result, a male and a female couple came out of his arms. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, something which seems impossible here, isn't it? Something is coming out of the dead body, and we know if life has to come, spirit has to be there. The body is just matter, right? So here we keep talking about this word achintya, or something which is beyond our comprehension. Krishna is beyond our comprehension, right? This is one aspect that we can see how Krishna is just beyond our comprehension. He can do anything with anything, right? There's nothing called impossible for him. Impossible is only for us if we forget Krishna. But if we are in tune with Krishna, then nothing is impossible for us also, We are dependently independent, right? So here, if we have to understand this aspect, Acharya say, just by gnana, gnana is needed, knowledge is needed, of course, but just by gnana, we will not understand these aspects, right? One will only be able to understand through love. What do you mean by love? When we are completely surrendered. Like, if I have to take a very mundane example, how a mother, kind of can, give up anything so easily for the child. She may not do it for anybody else, right? But for the sake of the child, she can go to any extent, do anything. All of us, I mean, any parent for that matter. I mean, let me not say mother, parents as such. It may seem impossible to do otherwise. But the love of the child is so much that the impossible happens, right? So if we have to understand this aspect, how from a dead body, the Brahmanas churned, and of course also the power of Brahmanas is also brought out here, right? Obviously, they are empowered, they are powerful because they are surrendered to Krishna. They are, always in tune with Krishna. So, from the dead body, how from the two arms of the Vena's body, a male and female couple came out. So, what it is, we will see next. So, I asked Shanti Mataji can read the shloka. Vasudha Mataji will read the translation. Kripamayi Sita Devi Dasi Mataji will read the purport. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. तद्दृष्ट्वा मिथुनं जातं ऋषयो ब्रह्मवादिनः ऊचुः परमसन्तुष्टा विदित्वा भगवत्कलाम्. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandvat Pranam. Translation Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. The great sages were highly learned in Vedic knowledge. When they saw the male and female born of the arms of the Vena's body, they were very pleased, for they could understand that the couple was an expansion of a plenary portion of Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you very much.
Hare Krishna Mataji, I'm audible Mataji? Thank you Mother. Hare Krishna Dandatna. Purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki Jai. The method adapted by the great sages and scholars who were learned in Vedic knowledge was perfect. They removed all the reactions of King Vena's sinful activities by seeing that King Vena first gave birth to Bahuka, described in the previous chapter. After King Vena's body was thus purified, a male and a female came out of it, and the great sages could understand that this was an expansion of Lord Vishnu. This expansion, of course, was not Vishnu Tattva, but a specifically empowered expansion of Lord Vishnu known as Vesha.
Okay.
Thank you,
Hare
Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So, like the great sages, they were not just well read. Of course, they were well read. They had gnana, and then with that, devotional service to the Lord. What is it that they did? They first gave birth to Bahuka. All the sinful reaction. Now, see, it is not just that a couple came out. First, they removed all the sinful reactions from the body, right? And then from the previous chapter, we know that entity called Bahuka came out. Like we always hear, we come empty-handed and we go empty-handed, right? But actually, it's not true. We are born with a lot of papa and punya, and then now, since we are in this path, we can decide what we want to take. Papa, Punya, or Sukruti, or, come back, or whatever. So we empty-handed in the terms of materialistic things, yes, we are empty-handed. But we come with our baggage of Papa, Punya, Sukruti, and we have a choice what we want to take. We still want to carry our Papa Punya, or we just want to go through with the Sukruti aspect of it. So you see, from the dead body, then this couple came out. Now, this aspect of Shakti Avesha Avatara here, expansion is not Vishnu Tattva. So quickly, we can just see the different avatars of the Lord. If we talk of the avatars, guna avatars, which are the 3 guna avatars? Anybody wants to try? Hare Krishna, the 3 guna avatars.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Vishnu,
Vishnu,
Garbhodakshaya
Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, and Kshirodakshaya.
Vishnu, Vishnu.
Brahma Vishnu Maheshwara.
Brahma Vishnu Parameshwar.
Brahma Vishnu Maheshwara. Yeah. Sattva, Rajo and Tamo Guna. In Sattva Guna, Brahma creates. Rajo Guna, no, in Rajo Guna, Brahma creates. Sattva Guna, Vishnu maintains. And Tamo Guna, Shiva destroys. Then we have the Leela avatars. Of course, we know Rama and Krishna, Manmantra avatars. Like this, we have various avatars. And also, the lecture I was listening, Srila Prabhupada, like, before reading Prabhupada's book, before coming to Krishna consciousness, we had just one thing in our mind, like Vishnu, right? Did any of us know about the 3 Vishnus? That is the Karanodakashayi Vishnu, Garbhodakashayi Vishnu, Kshirodakashayi Vishnu. There are 3 different types of Vishnu. Did anybody know? I didn't know it until I came.
No, only after coming to ISKCON we came to know.
Right? So Prabhupada said, if somebody knows about these 3 Vishnus, they are liberated. So Haribol to all of us. Thanks to Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you. Haribol.
Okay. So that is another kind of. Now we'll come to the Shakti Avesha Avatara. Right? Shakti Avesha. Avesha means what? Something which is, you are drowned with, or, you are covered with. So examples are Narada Muni. Yeah, he's drowned in bhakti. He not just he is drowned, he'll drown anybody who is around, irrespective of who that person is. Dhruva, Prahalada, Mrugari, and then Valmiki in his previous birth, Hunter, whoever it is, he will drown. So he's the bhakti personified aspect of Krishna, Narada Muni, right? Then if we take Parashurama, is the Kshatriya, not just the Kshatriya spirit, it comes in the spirit of killing the adharmic kings. That is Parashurama. And then we also know, now we are going to see Prithu Maharaj. I named few, there are many other. And also we get to know, or even if we just see the lifestyle of Srila Prabhupada, especially from the age of when he went to America. Now, it is impossible to believe, right? Again, Achintya, impossible for us to comprehend or believe that a 69-year-old person, a sannyasi, who would happily, stay put in Vrindavan, and then end of his life, chant, and in Vrindavan leave his body, took such a step, and then we all know, we have heard, how many times we have heard what all Srila Prabhupada went through and what Srila Prabhupada has created for all of us. So, many speakers say Srila Prabhupada also was an Shakti Vesha Avatara. I mean, he was given the empowerment to establish ISKCON or establish the Bhakti cult throughout the world. Now, there are other sampradayas, maybe the Sri Sampradaya, Madhva Sampradaya, okay. But then the way Srila Prabhupada and his disciples have touched all corners of the world, right? If I have to take a quick example, very, very long back, I heard one lecture by His Holiness Indradibna Maharaj. He talks of walking into the deep jungles of Amazon, where the communication is through drums. They don't even speak to each other. They're just kind of out of that pygmy. They're still in the animalistic view, but though they are humans, still, that vasanas of being an animal. So that crude, there also he has gone, and first place he went, the next place, the message, by the time he went there, they already had sent a message in their bongos that there is some person coming, he's going to teach you something, he's got prasadam, in the sense, he's got some sacred food and all that. So even to that extent, what to talk about China, Japan, Korea, all these places where others have not been able to so easily infiltrate, Prabhupada has infiltrated every corner of the world. You name it. You hear, sometimes suddenly somebody talking about one single devotee in such a far off place, in such cold places, but he was practicing and this and that. So that is how empowered Srila Prabhupada was. I wouldn't say was, is, because we still see his disciples and his grand disciples being equally, if not equally, empowered enough to continue the mission. So Srila Prabhupada also is empowered, another Shakti Avesha avatar of the Lord, to spread the cult of bhakti. Right? So with that, we'll move to the text 3. Shanti Mataji read now, right? Those who have read can please lower their hands because I would have forgotten. Yeah. Chandrika Mataji Shloka, Shobha Mataji can read the translation, and Divya Mataji can read the purport.
Hare Krishna Mataji, pranams Mataji. Rishaya Uchu Isha Vishnur Bhagavataha Kala Bhuvana Palini Iyam cha Lakshmya Sambhuti Purushasyana Payini. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Dandat Pranam Matajis and Prabhujis. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The great sages said, the male is a plenary expansion of the power of Lord Vishnu, who maintains the entire universe, and the female is a plenary expansion of the goddess of fortune, who is never separated from the Lord. Hari Bol. Thank you, Mataji. Dandavats.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Purport Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The significance of the goddess of fortune never being separate from the Lord is clearly mentioned here. Herein, people in the material world are very fond of the goddess of fortune, and they want her favor in the form of riches. They should know, however, that the goddess of fortune is inseparable from the Lord Vishnu. Materialists should understand that the goddess of fortune should be worshipped along with Lord Vishnu and should not be regarded separately. Materialists seeking the favor of the goddess of fortune must worship Lord Vishnu and Lakshmi together to maintain material opulence. If a materialist follow the policy of Ravana, who wanted to separate Sita from Lord Ramachandra, the process of separation will vanquish him. Those who are very rich and have taken favor of the goddess of fortune in this world must engage their money in the service of the Lord. In this way, they can continue in their opulent position without disturbances. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Interesting topic. Lakshmi Devi, goddess of fortune, right? All of our ears go, wide open. And today being Friday, right? Here in Bangalore, I have my cousins who are into business. I mean, they sell this raw material for making the scent for the agarbattis. So my cousin, they are into this business for now more than 60, 70 years. I mean, right from my dad and their brothers' days. So one of my cousins was sharing, there are two festivals that it is impossible even to go into the store. One is during the Ramzan time. They come to purchase the perfumes. The other one is Varmahalakshmi. Varmahalakshmi is a festival here in South India where they, Vara Mahalakshmi, the name is good enough to understand that it is Lakshmi Puja. He says, he was explaining, it is so difficult to go into the store. I mean, earlier it was not like that. Everybody now, right, left, center, people want to just worship Varmahalakshmi. And then a few people, even in our houses, we used to do. And then I remember it used to be only the Lakshmi Kalsha and then whatever procedure to be followed. More of a little karma kandi activity only. Only after I came to Krishna consciousness, I understood this aspect of Chanchala. Lakshmi is called Chanchala. She doesn't stay in one place, right? But there is one place she stays put. Always she's there. Where is she stay? Where does she stay?
Krishna's like
With Lord
Where
Vishnu.
a husband is.
Where
Heart
the
of
husband.
Lord Vishnu
Perumal
is
is
there
there.
with his
So,
feet.
yeah. Either ways, if we are worshipping goddess of fortune, if we are worshipping Lakshmi without Vishnu, it's actually avidhi purvakam, right? Because whom are we following? Prabhupada is saying in the purport that if we want only Sita, we want only Lakshmi without Narayana, then we are following Ravana. We are Ravanavadis, not Ramavadis. I mean, Prabhupada is saying, not me. Okay, don't take me wrong. So when I, whomever I was able to, able to tell, I just told them at least keep a photo of Vishnu or keep a vigraha of Krishna when you're just on top or even in the side, whatever. So, and then they keep wondering, so many times we are doing, for years together, we are doing Varamahalakshmi, we are doing Lakshmi Puja, but then nothing is happening. They didn't realize without, understanding the aspect of it. So all glories to Srila Prabhupada. How he brought out the actual significance of worshipping goddess Lakshmi along with Vishnu. And most important is, why are we worshipping goddess Lakshmi? Because we want money. And then, so the next aspect again, what is it that we are going to do with the money? Again, one Madhvacharya says there are only 3 ways money can be spent. There is no 4th way, he says. All of you can contemplate. After I heard it, I have been contemplating. There are 3 ways. One, either bhoga in the sense, we use it for our enjoyment. Then second is tyaga, that is dana, okay? And the third one is, he says, nasha. I mean, it just gets destroyed. If you either enjoy yourself, you donate, or you or it gets eventually destroyed. If you have, I mean, if we have collected it, for sure, be sure the next generation will destroy it. And then he further went to say, I have told this earlier also, like we always believe in, policies, health policies, LIC policy, this, that, and very beautifully he said, all these policies will go to the person, whoever, definitely not you. After I am dead, my policy will go to the person whomever I have nominated. So he said, if the right use of goddess of virtue, which Srila Prabhupada time and again said is, she is there to be used in the service of Narayana. Right? So, when that Madhvacharya, he won, in that lecture, he said, you give when you are alive to the Lord, in the service of the Lord, right? He will not only protect you when you're alive, he will protect you even after you are dead. So true, right? Otherwise, what happens if you are using it for anything else? What is that 3.9? Bhagavad Gita 3.9. Lokoyam karma bandhana. What is that starting? I forget. 3.9. The starting. Yeah, yajnartat karmano anyatra lokoyam karma bandhana tadattam karma konteya mukta sangha samachara. Yajnartat karmano anyatra. If you do any work other than for Vishnu, what is it? Loko ayam karma bandhana. We are binding ourselves in this. It can be physical, mental, emotional, monetary, money wise, anything. So same way with money also. And then there's another very beautiful thing, you heard. Krishna is always seeing whom we want. There are 2 aspects of Krishna that we will want. We want Krishna or Krishnas, right? So he says, you want me or mine? There's a very, I don't know where this quote is from who it is, but it is a very beautiful thing. It's in Hindi. I'm going to read it out. Please listen. दुर्योधन ने श्री कृष्ण की पूरी नारायणी सेना मांग ली थी और अर्जुन ने केवल श्री कृष्ण को मांगा था। उस समय भगवान श्री कृष्ण ने अर्जुन की चुटकी मजाक लेते हुए कहा, हार निश्चित है तेरी, हर दम रहेगा उदास, माखन दुर्योधन ले गया, केवल छाछ बची तेरे पास। अर्जुन ने कहा, हे प्रभु, जीत निश्चित है मेरी, दास हो नहीं सकता उदास, माखन लेकर क्या करो जब माखन छोर है मेरे पास। Right? How many of you followed? I mean, or how many of you didn't follow because somebody who doesn't know Hindi?
Mataji, can you translate in English?
Okay. Duryodhan is Duryodhan took the Narayani. He went and asked Krishna the Narayani Sena, right? And what did Arjun ask? Arjun said, I want only you. He told Krishna, I want. So in a very satiric way, or trying to make fun of Arjun, Arjuna, Krishna is saying, he's saying defeat is guaranteed for you. Makhan Duryodhan le gaya. The whole butter or the Sena, Duryodhan took away. And only the remnants, some, jo niche bacha hai, I mean, some charge, matlab, whatever little is left out, that only you have taken. So you will definitely be defeated, Krishna is telling Arjuna. So Arjuna is telling Krishna, hey Prabhu, jeet nischit hai meri. He says, I am definitely going to win because I am a das and das can never be udas. Das is a servant and udas is sad, that I can never be udas. Okay? And then Duryodhan leke gaya makhan. Duryodhan took away the butter. But I have the butter thief with me. So I can get any amount of butter anytime. He just took one pot of butter. But I have the person who can make butter with me. So definitely I am the one. So if you have to simply put it in a simple sentence, Krishna will try to understand whether you want me or mine. Krishna, me or mine means, all the other facilities is given by Krishna. So we have to make a choice, ki you want me or mine, whether we want Krishna or Krishna's. So having only Lakshmi is Krishna, is not, is Krishna's. So if we want Krishna, we have to have Narayana along with Lakshmi, worship them, and of course use the Lakshmi that is got through that, or whatever way, in the service of Krishna, right? So with that we come to the shloka 4. I have only Krishnamurti Prabhu who has raised his hand, who will read the shloka. Radha Mataji will read the translation, and anybody who wants to read, Anasuya Mataji will read the.
I wanted.
Next Mataji, you please. Yeah.
Hare
Go
Krishna
ahead.
Mataji, pranams, dandavat pranams Mataji. Am I audible, Mataji? Mataji,
Yes, sir.
am I
Audible.
okay.
Yes, yes.
Ayantu prathamo rajnam puman prathayita yashaha pruturnama maharajo bhavishyati prutushravaha. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, pranams Prabhuji. Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Of the two, the male will be able to
Hare
expand.
Krishna, translation by Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Of the two, the male will be able to expand his reputation throughout the world. His name will be Prithu. Indeed, he will be the first among kings. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. There are different types of incarnations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the Shastras, it is said that Garuda, the carrier of Lord Vishnu, and Lord Shiva and Ananta are all very powerful incarnations of the Brahman feature of the Lord. Similarly, Sachipati or Indra, the king of heaven, is an incarnation of the lusty feature of the Lord. Aniruddha is an incarnation of the Lord's mind. Similarly, King Prithu is an incarnation of the ruling force of the Lord. Thus, the saintly persons and great sages predicted the future activities of the King Prithu, who was already explained as a partial incarnation of a plenary expansion of the Lord. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, further in the chapters, we will see how powerful King Prithu was, that he is an empowered soul as a king. I mean, how if Krishna was a king, when like how he would rule, and that kind of powers King Prithu has. And we already discussed about the other Shakti Avesha avatars. Here again they're mentioning about Garuda, Shiva, and Ananta. About Ananta, we know what is Ananta Shesha role. You know what is he? What does Ananta Shesha do? Anybody?
He
Hare
expands
Krishna.
himself for the Lord to rest.
One thing, yeah.
And even
He
supports the,
is holding the
supports the
entire,
he holds the
Yeah.
entire.
he's
Yeah.
holding the entire universe.
entire universe on his head.
No, not entire universe. The Akhila Koti Brahmandas is like a mustard seed, one or whatever, mustard seeds on his Ananta hoods, right? So there was this very interesting question in one lecture. Who is more powerful, Anantashesha or Krishna? Because Anantashesha is holding the entire, Akhila Koti Brahmandas on his this thing. Balram, no, I mean Balram expansion. So Balram is Balaram, right? Strong strength. So there was a interesting aspect he was churning in the lecture. So who is stronger? So anybody, any take on this?
Krishna Mataji.
Krishna
Why?
is stronger.
There is a
Because
pastime that
he is the
Prabhupada says
expansion of
in
the
Krishna Balaram. While seeing the deities, someone asked, means like Prabhupada explained, Balaram is strength, but more strength is Krishna. So because Balaram is keeping his hands over Krishna, and he is holding Balaram's hands, so that's why.
That is Srila Prabhupada, of course, yes. And then the strength for Balram is coming. Sarva Karana Karanam is Krishna. So, but it was very interesting, you can imagine, the Ananta Koti Brahmandas he's holding on his head, and then we think he's the strongest, yes. But then for him to hold that strength is coming from Krishna. So the Krishna is definitely more strong. So King Prithu, how the an incarnation of ruling force of the Lord, Srila Prabhupada says here, right? So we see how, like how we have heard that the Lord himself comes, he sends his acharyas, he sends Shrimad Bhagavatam scriptures, and then also he sends, time, place, and circumstance. He sends empowered entities for the protection, of the people, the protection of the dharma, various this thing. So it is very interesting chapter. Further, how Prithu Maharaj, really shows how much he is empowered. That will go further. So we are in the last shloka. We are to do six shlokas, right? Okay, fifth shloka. There was the Shri Lekha Mataji will read the shloka, and Vasudha Mataji will read the translation.
Hare Krishna, Sarva Pranams. Iyam cha sudati devi गुणभूषणभूषण अचिर्नामवराराहो रोहा पृथम एव रुदन्ति एवा अरुदन्ति. Sorry, Mataji. So, should I be reading the synonyms?
No.
Okay.
No, thank you,
Okay.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Translation, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. The female has such beautiful teeth and beautiful qualities that she will actually beautify the ornament she wears. Her name will be Archi. Archi Mataji. In this, in the future, she will accept King Prithu as her husband. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Krishna. So another, the speaker was saying, usually people, when especially women dress up, then they'll finally wear all the jewels to beautify themselves. But we have heard how Krishna or Lakshmi Devi, Srimati Radharani, they beautify the ornaments that they wear. So similarly here, Archi being an expansion of goddess of Lakshmi, goddess of fortune, that she is beautifying the ornaments that she is wearing, right? Maybe a little difficult for us to understand what can be, because there is nothing comparable here. Beauty of Krishna, beauty of Mother Parvati, Goddess Lakshmi, Sita Mata, and all that. We can, for now, at least for me, I can read the descriptions and kind of hazily understand that this can be the beauty, because there is nothing that can be compared to the beauty in this material world, to beauty of all this of Krishna or his associates, and Lakshmi or Sita, Sita, Lakshmi, Radharani, right? So for now we will just read that and then understand that the jewels or the ornaments are beautified when they wear it. So that is how beautiful and effulgent they are, right? So we go to the last shloka of the day today, text 6. Okay, we have Shilpa Mataji and Anita Mataji and Meenakshi Mataji reading the shloka, translation and purport. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Dandavat Pranam. Mataji, should I read the shloka or translation?
Shilpa Mataji read the shloka, Anita Mataji will read the translation.
Hare Krishna. Esha sakshadare shamsho jato lokari rakshaya yam cha tatparahi shri anujayena payini. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada.
Mataji, Hare Krishna, we lost you.
Through a part of his potency to protect the people of world.
Can you please read it again, Mataji? Somehow the voice didn't come through in the starting. Please read it again.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. In the form of King Prithu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead has appeared through a part of his potency to protect the people of the world. The goddess of fortune is the constant companion of the Lord, and therefore she has incarnated partially as Archi to become King Prithu's queen.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. In Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says that whenever one sees an extraordinary power, he should conclude that a specific partial representation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is present. There are innumerable such personalities, but not all of them are direct Vishnu Tattva plenary expansions of the Lord. Many living entities are classified among the Shakti Tattvas. Such incarnations, empowered for specific purposes, are known as Shakyavesha avatars. King Prithu was such a Shakyavesha avatara of the Lord. Similarly, Archi, King Prithu's wife, was a Shakyavesha avatara of the goddesses of fortune. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Yeah. So 10th chapter, last shloka, Krishna tells Arjuna, anything extraordinary extraordinary, what does he say? Is just a fragment of mine, right? here we are trying to comprehend how beautiful Archie must be, because that she is, beautifying the ornament, and that itself is just a fragment of Krishna. So how much more beautiful Krishna, as such, the Lord himself must be, right? And this shloka and trans purport, Srila Prabhupada talks about the Shaktya Vesha Avatara aspect of it again, and how King Prithu will rule the world, bring back the dharma as a Shaktya Vesha Avatar of the Lord. There's one aspect, however, even about King Vena. Like when I heard this, anything cannot just be bad. There must be something good also about it. King Vena, though we know that he was completely off the track as a king, did nothing right, but there was one good thing. Because of him, the thieves and rogues, were not active. They were, because, and then it said they didn't know who was a bigger thief, because King Vena himself was a, more worse than a rogue there. I mean, as a thief. I mean, he was troubling the citizen, the praja, so much. So, but even then, the one lighter aspect of it is that thieves and rogues were not very active when King Vena was there. And then to bring back all that which King Vena had pushed aside, in the sense as a king, as a ruler, with all the dharmic activities, King Prithu, the Shaktya Vesha Avatara, does his portion to bring back the actual ruling and taking care of the citizens. So with this, few words and few thoughts I have shared with my limited knowledge and limited understanding, and a little unwell also today. So there have been a little more gaps probably today than there are always gaps, but a little more today. So I seek your pardon and prayers so that I'm able to do a little more better service. Thanking you all very much. Hare Krishna. If you have any questions or comments, you can ask.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you so much. In spite of your health, you have taken, and it was a beautiful class, Mataji. Anita Mataji, you raised your hand for a question.
No, Mataji.
Oh, okay.
This reading actually.
Bhakti Rasa Padma Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare
Thank you
Krishna,
for the
Mataji.
wonderful class, Mataji, in spite of your being sick. I really appreciate. Mataji, I've just missed, you said 3 ways money can be spent. First, Bhoga, Dana. What's the third one?
Bhoga, Tyaga, and then the other one will just get, it'll just get spoiled. I mean, it'll just get misused. I mean, you hear, suddenly people, the children or grandchildren, suddenly they had a lot of money, they went into business and everything went, it was lost in business. I mean, or anything like that. So it is just thrown away. If you have to put it in crude words, it is just lost.
Yes, Mataji, thank you. And one thing more, I just want to talk to you. See, whenever we used to do Lakshmi Puja earlier because we didn't have this knowledge, this is called knowledge. So that time during Diwali, when they have the puja, when you get that puja stuff from the shops, you get Lakshmi, Ganesh, and Saraswati. Now I understand very well. It is not right. So much change has come on us, and I've seen people also. They just keep Lakshmi in the temple, just to worship. So I tell them you have to keep Vishnu also along with that. But then they say, "Kidhar se abhi dhoondho Vishnu." It's not difficult to find. So I'm just telling you people's mentality. They worship like that only for Diwali.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yes, sad, but it's okay. Kali Yuga, at least they are following some aspect of, at least it is for that particular moment or that day they are in the Sattva Guna. So definitely some benefit will be there. But eventually, that's why in Kali Yuga, the Lord very well knew. So other than the chanting of the holy name, the other things don't matter so much, right?
Yeah.
Hare
Yeah, okay, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Dandavat
Krishna.
pranam, Mataji.
Dandavat pranam, Mataji. There are no more questions. Can we end the class with prayers? Just a minute. Nandini Vijay Mataji. Mataji, are you okay to take questions? If you're unwell, we can end the class, Mataji.
No.
Yeah, Nandini Mataji, you can.
Sorry, Mataji, just a general question. Suddenly it rose in my mind. I just wanted you to give a small explanation about the fact that Lord's mercy is always equally distributed, but the person receiving it is partially received only based on the recipient. How is it, Mataji?
See, I will give a mundane example, which we can relate. Okay. When it is raining, right? Does it rain equally everywhere in a place? Does
No.
it rain in a place, somebody is rich, it rains more, and then somebody is poor, it rains less, or somebody is very intelligent or very this thing more? Everywhere it rains equally?
Equally, yeah.
Now, that rainwater, say all these people want to collect. They want to collect the rainwater. Now, one person is holding a small bowl. One person is holding a bucket. One other person is holding a big bowl but with a small mouth, where water, right? And then another person is holding a small bowl but with a big mouth, with a wider this thing. So the rain is equal. Now, how who will collect more rain? Obviously, huh?
Understood, Mataji. Wonderful explanation, yeah.
So, yeah, the Lord is equal. It's up to us what we want to take.
Oh, okay. Thanks a lot, Mataji. It's very clear. Thank you.
Beautiful explanation, Mataji.
Yeah.
Thank you for asking that question, Nandini
I also
Mataji.
love it, Mataji. Very nice. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you,
Dandavat pranam.
Mataji.
We can do
Hare
prayers,
Krishna.
Mataji, to end the class.
Yeah.
Vancha
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha
kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyaiva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Anantakoti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Granth Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Dandavat pranam, Mataji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Hare
Take care,
Krishna to all
Mataji.
devotees. Take care, Mataji. Hare Krishna. I'll end the class, Mataji.
Yes, please.
Hare Krishna. Take care, Mataji. Hare